good and the bad. We're going to do an elemental reading, so just 4 separate readings. We're going to start with the element of fire. Spirit, please guide and direct these cards to give us a truthful and honest message for fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sag. Show us what the good is and what the bad is. What do they need to know? What good is coming for them and what bad is coming for them? Being called to use a different deck. That doesn't happen very often. Spirit, guide and direct me. For the elements, show me the good and the bad. What's coming for fire signs? Show me the good. Show me the bad. Show me the good. All right, well, here's the good. The Devil card in reverse. And what's the bad? All right. The bottom line energy is 8 of Cups, an emotional withdrawal. The overall bottom line energy is you're going to have to leave a relationship, or a relationship is definitely leaving you. You'll personally know the answer to that. The bad news is you don't really know what to do. You're going to be conflicted about it. The bad news is you're not going to be able to make up your mind, and it's probably not even up to you. It's up to somebody else, and they can't make up their mind. So that's the bad news. The good news is you're finally getting out of a karmic contract with someone that didn't keep their word, didn't honor their promises. They were not faithful. They weren't loyal. And they weren't here for love. They were here for material things. So the good news is you're getting away from that person. And you have the Tower as your overall oracle. Get ready, things are about to get shaken up. So fire sign, it's about to hit. I mean, this is the next storm. This is the next season in your life. Everything's going to knock you off your feet. I don't think you're really going to expect this. It's just going to kind of come out of nowhere. Nonetheless, it's happening and you can't stop it. I think the problem is you don't really know what to do because they're leaving you. Personally, I think you feel stuck. I think you're needing them for some reason. And with them leaving you, it's going to cost you. Maybe even financially, it's going to cost you. It's going to affect you in a way that you don't want to be affected. Through this card, addictions and self-limiting behaviors are being addressed. Leo, Aries, and Sag, this is a time when you or someone else in your life has been placing way too much energy in the material physical world. Even though we're all born connected to this divine source, we have a tendency to pull away from what once was natural. When you become disconnected from spirit like you have, it's often replaced with some different supply or substitute. In other words, the connection is then forged with food, alcohol, nicotine, codependency, or even to a person, even a workplace. This could even be just a very toxic relationship, but many of us spend our lives trying to fill the void of whatever was created in the link when the divine energy that you had was once broken. The temptation card is merely calling it out. asking you to take a hard look at yourself. Where in your life are you suffering from an addictive behavior? Is there negative thinking or behaviors that maybe is causing the life force to just seep right out of your soul? Are the people and relationships in your life giving you energy, or are they draining your energy? This card is saying the good news is you're learning to embrace your fears, all of your doubts, so that this terrible situation, this tower in your life, is actually going to make some sense and actually bring you some peace. You're breaking ties with an earth sign, so maybe you know who that is. The bad news is that Two of Swords, it's the inability to move forward. It has a lot of self-doubt, indecisiveness, unable to take action with a person or even a situation. It may not be easy. It's probably a very hard decision, but you're already aware of this, or you will be. Just remember you have the strength and the courage and the power to make it happen. Considerations need to be made, but when you decide to finally act and make this choice, because it will need to be made, only then a resolution will be happening. And with that, a sense of mental relief. There's some help out there for you if you only listen and you act accordingly. The Eight of Cups, the emotional withdrawal card, which is the essence of your reading, represents moving away or withdrawing from a current relationship or a situation, whether it's an old love or even a recent one, but leaving behind what was once familiar in search of a new horizon, a new beginning. On the physical level, it's easy to get caught up in the material world, but it's just as important to retreat from this world and to pause, reflect, and heal. Schedule some time alone so you can commune with your soul. Touch the real power of spirit and restore your energy. Move forward in a positive direction. The number 8 represents infinity, passion, control, and power. This is your time to use this opportunity to open your heart with courage and strength and journey into a wonderful, undiscovered territory. You know, I kind of get the feeling that this is like someone throwing cold water all over your face. It's shocking. I just took a drink of water, and that's like the first energy I felt was you pushing back like, oh my God, you just threw cold water in my face. This is a shocking wake-up call. But get ready. There's a big storm brewing, fire signs, and it comes with a very sudden and unexpected loss. The treehouse, which in this picture, this girl spent most of her childhood in, has just been disintegrated with one quick strike of lightning. Deep down, she's hurting, but she knows it's probably for the best. She can't play in there anymore anyways. Upheavals like the ones you're about to experience never happen without good reason. If you never leave your comfort zone, if you never experience anything new and grow, then it's all for nothing. But believe me, this is over, and it is going to come crumbling down. Choose to see your situation in the new eyes of a perfect opportunity to construct something better in its place. Do not fight against the changes that are about to happen. Let's see what's coming ahead for your love life. Well, we just had a tower over here. Basically, a bunch of my map cards just fell right over. Typical tower. It's an omen. You're about to have everything you care about knock right over. I kind of get the feeling it's not a huge surprise, though. I kind of get the feeling you saw it coming, even though the cards are saying, oh no, they didn't see it coming, it's a shock. I feel like you know this is not a shock. I feel like this has been kind of brewing, bubbling under the surface. It's like boiling water. It's kind of the feeling I get for you. And all of a sudden you hear the stove start sizzling. And you're just like, you jump off the couch and you're like, oh my God, it's overflowing. But is it really that big of a surprise? Because you turned the oven on, you knew the water was there, it's boiling. Not really that big of a surprise. I mean, it's shocking when it happens because it's kind of scary, but you knew this was coming. And you don't really want to make this decision, but it has to be made. I feel like the universe is kind of making this decision for you. Cat. So what's coming up for you guys? Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Somebody wants to work on it. I feel like someone's going to kind of beg you for forgiveness or just say, wait a minute, wait a minute. We don't have to end this. Let's work on it. What should you do? Okay, because your lover wants you to wait. They want to fix it. But here's what you should do. And it is One Ring Circus in the reverse. And honestly, I think that kind of speaks for itself. You've been running this relationship by yourself for a while. It's been you and only you. They didn't honor their contract. They didn't honor their marriage. They didn't respect you. They weren't faithful, or they didn't step up to the plate. Like whatever it was, this was a crappy deal for you. You hate to leave. They're begging you to stay, but the proof is in the pudding. You need to withdraw. And look at that, another tower. Tower, tower. This one's in reverse, but nonetheless, the tower's here, right? So, and look at that, number 15, devil card. 2 16s, 2 15s, not a coincidence. The One Ring Circus in reverse says, if you think that the sun won't rise without you, then it's time to change perspective. Perhaps you believe no one will be there to help you, or you expect that you have to do all the work, emotional or otherwise. This is a fear-based situation that you've been in, and it only served to alienate you from other people. Receiving the One Ring Circus card in reverse indicates a misuse of power. Give it up. Let it go. The need to control how the wind blows. And let others play their part. You don't need to be invincible. You don't need to take over for them. You don't need to have it all together and be the savior and have all the answers. Things will get done if you just step away. Yet another meaning for this card suggests that someone else may be trying to control you, fire sign. And this needs to be addressed. Don't be afraid to set a boundary. This is a wonderful step of interdependence. Consider the example of 2 trees planted side by side, sharing the sunlight equally, neither overshadowing the other. So I don't know. I'm just going to leave it up to you, Leo. Have you been trying to control this? Have they been trying to control this? It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, this relationship that's begging you to stay is no good. You got to get out. That's what the cards are saying. It's time to go. Quit avoiding the inevitable. Okay? What's a sign about this person, just to give you a clue on who we're talking about? Fear and anxieties. A sign. This person wears black a lot, maybe wears hoodies a lot, very negative, wears flip-flops, like slip-on shoes a lot. Slip-on shoes, hoodies, dark black a lot. Negative, pessimistic behavior. They probably have black hair. Okay, this person is who we're talking about. It's time for you to rest and recover. You need to get away from this person. I think their toxic energy is just too much for you. Too much. Step away from them. And there you go. That is the good and the bad. So now we're going to get into the earth element. 16 minutes in. Spirit, please guide and direct us for the earth element. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. What is the good and the bad? Here's the good. Ooh, Lover's card. Love, relationship, marriage, and harmony. What's the bad? Triumphant success. All right, bottom of the deck is another triumph card. I think that's a key word for you today, triumph. Earth sign, you are getting over something and you're kind of looking like you're the winner. This should be happy, joy, joy all over the place, right? So what's the problem? Why is the Ace of Swords bad? The good news is the person you're dealing with loves you and you love them. The bad news is you were right and they were wrong. And you have to correct them and you have to speak your truth. You may have to testify against someone you love, but it's just the truth. And you don't want to hurt them. Instead of testifying, you may have to get honest with the person you love and point out some flaws, some wrongs, some issues. I don't think you want to hurt this person. But with Chariot at the bottom of the deck, you have to go forward because you're right. You're right, you're in the right, you're justified, and you have to do it. Could this be reversed? Could it be somebody has to confront you? Tell you something? And they're right? I'll leave it up to you. It could be you doing the confronting, or it could be somebody confronting you. But I think once the truth comes out and what's said is said, what's done is done, we can move on. And we finally get to move on and not be stuck. We get to be happy. We get to be healed in some way. I think somebody finally gets to move on, go forward in life. I don't know, I get the feeling you've been stuck for a while in limbo about speaking up. There's another additional message, and it's not for everyone, but the bad news is someone's going to have to cut off an air sign in a relationship. And they're going to get, or maybe it's not an air sign, maybe it's just someone, but you're going to have to cut someone off out of your life. And then you're going to be able to get into this new relationship. And I think that's hard for someone to accept. Let's clarify that. What is this Ace of Swords? Are we cutting someone off? And if so, why? Twin flame union approaching. Hearts that speak the same language. Yep, you're cutting someone off so you can go be with your harmony lover, the twin flame. Yep, karma is at work here. You're definitely cutting out a karmic person. And they can't stand it. They're going to be hurting. And you didn't want to hurt them. But that's the bad news. It's going to hurt. You got to pull your sword out. And you got to fight for your real relationship. This is a blessed union. This is someone that's been waiting on you. Someone you've known from a past life. Someone you can look into their eyes and they know you fully. You could trust them. This is someone that's been kind of waiting on you to make the right decision. The other person you're dealing with, you've buried your feelings and you've held your tongue. You've held your tongue for too long and you're finally coming out speaking your truth. I think this person is going to feel like they're dying without you. I think they might even pretend to be suicidal. I think they may act like they have nothing left to live for. I feel like that's most the reason you have to do this. They're always threatening you, manipulating you, and making you feel bad. You've had to speak your truth. You have to. The card that comes out for you is the Hierophant in reverse. Tradition is important, but doesn't have to be everything. To me, the Hierophant in reverse is like the ending of a marriage. The sword can sometimes represent a pen, and the Hierophant can represent a contract being ripped up when it's in reverse. So I feel like there's a contract being ripped up, an agreement, some kind of legal paperwork that you're going to have to deal with to get out. But, you know, the good news is you end up with your twin. You and your twin have this good thing going on. You don't have a union right now, right away, but it's approaching. You are moving right into union. The hard stuff has to come first, but I feel like this is going to be a good reunion up ahead. We're looking around the time frame of June. One of your oracles says here with the Triumph card, the power of your soul is pushing and nudging you steadily forward. It's essential that something is carefully thought out. When you tap into your inner guidance and balance it with self-control and hard work, it's likely to manifest in a triumphant outcome. You're going to have a win and a victory. Some of you guys are going to be able to get signed on to a new contract with someone. But when you try to move forward without balance or direction, it's easy to slip. So make sure that you are paying attention to the details for your desired goal. Now is not the time to let go or allow the river to pull you on its own current. Don't just go with the flow. You have to have some direction. Grab your oars, grip them tightly, and steer. Things are going to try to push you left and right, but you need to trust your instincts on this one and move forward how you feel is the most powerful truthfulness to your inner self, your how do you say, authenticity. You have resources to aid for you. So there's going to be resources coming your way, partnerships. Your other oracle says you may be following a path, or maybe in the past you followed a path because it was what was expected of you, but nobody except you could possibly know how that hurt you and what would have actually made you happier. Make the decision that makes you feel most authentic and pay no mind to what other people want to say about it. This relationship has an intensity like no other. I feel like you have to speak up for who you love, because for so long you've let your life be decided for you. It's not time for that anymore. There's going to be some naysayers, but you're going to have to be happy to go forward with your twin flame no matter what anybody else says. Let's get your love oracle for you in this relationship. Earth. Yeah, chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. You and this person are divinely guided. It's not just physical, it's emotional, mental, spiritual. This is that twin flame. There's nothing but chemistry. You two are supposed to be together, period. No one can stop you. Where are you guys headed? You are headed for the bone collector. What the heck? Okay. The bone collector in reverse. If I could get there. The past has a way of reopening itself when you haven't learned the lesson in the original situation. Earth signs, you're faced with this now. The bone collector is here to challenge you to see yourself as a whole being, not one who's perpetually trying to heal an old wound. You'll repeat the past if you don't reclaim things the way you've been taught. Don't try to grab on to what you believe is lost. The information you seek lies in your history. Familiarity, in this case, isn't an invitation to dance the old dance once again. Instead, it's a call to retreat and choose differently. The bone collector has a message. If you do what you did, you'll get what you've always got. Her warning is delivered with kindness, for she has deep love and respect for you. All right, so Earth sign, don't do what you've always done. You are headed to cut this out, do something different, do something new. Do not choose the old person, the old ex. You need to cut them off, cut them loose. Go forward into a union with a twin flame. You have good chemistry with this person and you're being guided to be together. And there you go. All right, 30 minutes. Just about 29 minutes and 50 seconds. All right, we're going to get into air signs. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Spirit, guide and direct me with these cards. Show me the truth for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I humbly ask everyone that needs to see this message, come and be here to watch it. Let it help them on their path to choose the right direction. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What is the good? What's the bad? Here's the good. And here's the bad news. We got another devil here. The good news is the devil card. The bad news is the 9 of Wands. The bottom of the deck overall underall energy of your message is the Ace of Swords. So we've got temptation, spiritual strength, and triumphant success. I think the good news is you are fighting your old behaviors and habits. The good news is you're going to overcome an enemy. The good news is you're going to conquer karma. The good news, whatever manipulation was at play, finally is going to get dealt with. The bad news is, for some of you guys, this is going to require some spiritual strength, some belief and faith that everything's going to work out as it should be. Because when you face the devil and you're in the dark and he's in that same room with you, that old temptation, that anger, that hatred, that fear, that threat, that manipulation, that worry, whenever it's just sitting there trying to intimidate you, that's scary. And those are the times you need faith. Those are the times you cry out to God and say, please help me. This is way too big for me. I need some serious spiritual help. There's no way I can get through this by myself. This is probably going to require some prayer. For some of you guys, I feel like someone's being attacked by a demon, honestly. And the only way to attack the demon is through out loud prayer. You're going to have to demon cast this demon out because someone here is being attacked heavily. And the good news is you're finally dealing with it. You know what it is, who it is. We just have to get rid of it. And if it's not that demon, it's that demon inside of you. It's that demon that you could be. It's that habit you got to fight. The overall oracle from Spirit is this: the Knight of Swords in the reverse, an ambitious dream, chase every dream. So something ambitious. That's you, air sign, Knight of Swords. Oh, you're being protected. Okay. Someone's praying for you. I don't know who it is. Maybe you're praying for yourself. Someone's praying for you. And it's helping because you are being attacked. Someone's trying to control you. But like I said, the good news is this magic or this prayer, this spiritual strength that's lifting it up. like preventing you from getting hurt from this attack. I feel like this demon wants to hurt you, and it may be metaphorical, could be literal, but it wants to get you. But through your spiritual strength, it's not allowed. There's some kind of very difficult battle that you're going through, God. It's really hard. Let's see. This card is coming forth to give you encouragement. This is the bad news, but it's here to remind you that you have the inner strength to complete whatever you've been working on. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This final spirit card represents courage, discipline, and stability and persistence. You may be tired, you may be weary from the struggle, but now is not the time to give up. Instead, tap into everything you have left. This one and final push is here to help you achieve a desired outcome. You've been working on it. You've been through so much to get to this point. And even though you may have gotten some scars from this battle, you're wiser and stronger for it. The enlightenment you've gained on this journey will be an invaluable resource. You may also notice that you're experimenting with some different things in your life at this time. And all of these experiences feed your spirit and offer you knowledge for the future. So yeah, you've been hurt. This has been very painful. That devil almost won. And you almost gave up. But triumphant success is yours. You have the victory. You're humble. You're honest. You told the truth. You did what was right. And even though all the cards were stacked up against you, these are rumors, lies, gossip, attacks, all coming at you, hurled at you through evil, malicious lies and manipulation, all coming to get you. You somehow found your strength, and it was really hard, and you're hurt, but you didn't lose. You're about to win. So their little plans are about to get damaged. Knight of Swords in the reverse. Somebody's ambitious plans against you will not work out. This person may have jumped headfirst into something with very little thought beforehand, which usually works out for them, but this time, not so much. Every cause has an effect. So be absolutely sure and positive that whoever did something, they didn't think before they did it, and now it's potentially reckless. Let's clarify that with a fortune cookie. Ooh, you're going to get an apology. I'm really sorry. The stage is set. Go public. Ooh, this is going public. This is going live. This is exposing someone. You're like exposed. Everyone can see it. Everyone knows. It's out there in the universe. You were reckless. You were wrong. You tried to get me on lies and BS, but it didn't work. And they're going to say, I'm really sorry. I made a mistake. I made a big mistake coming up against you. So get ready for that apology. It's coming. Where are you headed after this apology? Peaks of joy. That's where you're headed. It did came in sideways actually, but kind of reversed. So we'll take a look at both of them. But listen, do not rely too heavily on material achievements when you access how happy you are. If you're ever saying, I'll be happy when I meet the right lover, or I'll be happy when I have the right amount of money, stop. Why wait for something like that to come in to be happy? Experience delight now. This is going to be a day of joy. Take a walk, listen to songbirds, scratch a kitty's head, play along with the dog, look at a baby, and be in awe of life. I feel like the song you need to listen to is What a Wonderful World. All right? So you listen to What a Wonderful World, because I know you've been through a lot and it seems like everything was stacked up against you, but the world is singing a beautiful harmony for you soon. And you're about to be relieved of some stress. And you're about to go through a season of joy, peaks of joy. So, yeah, whoever had something against you, it's not going to work out. Period. You're going to have a victory and a win over them. Their plans are not going to happen. You get the win at the end of the day. You do. You get it. You get righted. It's public, and you will receive an apology because they were wrong. All right. And whatever like spell was against you or evil demon was after you, honey, it's not going to work out for them. All right. So now, last but not least, we have the water signs. So Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Spirit, guide and direct me right now for Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, element of water. Show me the good and show me the bad. Show me the good. Show me the bad. All right. Well, you got 2. Let's just turn them upright. I'll say the reverse message in a minute, but let's see these pictures. Water signs, boy, are you sad. You hate leaving someone. There's a breakup. There's an ending of a relationship. It is what it is. You have to leave them alone. But that's the good news, right? You get to go. You get to go and be free and be happy and live your own life. The bad news is material and spiritual prosperity, 6 of Pentacles. They weren't being fair. They tried to steal from you. They tried to rob you. They were being unfair. They were chump changing you. They were not treating you good. They weren't treating you fairly. And I think for you to hear that, to just know that's the truth, it hurts. Because this could be your grandma. This could be your mom. This could be your brother. This could be your dad. This could be your husband or your wife or your son or your daughter or your best friend. You know, with the 8 of Cups, it's someone that means the world to you. Someone that you gave your whole heart to. Someone that you put your neck out there for them. Someone that you loved faithfully. And all they cared about and all they tried to do was take from you, hurt you. And they were probably a little bit selfish and a little bit greedy. You don't want to leave them. That's why it came out in reverse. You don't want to go. You do love them, and they don't really want you to go either. But it has to be done. You know, even when the 8 of Cups comes in reverse, they always tell you you're trying to resist leaving something that you know you should leave. And when you get the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, it always says, oh, someone's chump changing you. Someone's breadcrumbing you. Someone is not treating you fairly. That's just the honest truth. Now, bottom of the deck, you got the heart chakra. And I know you have to go in your heart for this one. Moving away and withdrawing yourself from this relationship is going to hurt, and it's going to leave a big hole in your heart, a big wound. But it's going to be important for you that you actually do it. The sound of this chakra is yam. The element is air. The key words is I love. Parallel to the heart chakra, this represents unconditional love, compassion, forgiveness, harmony, relationships, and healing. It is believed to link between your mind and body and soul. Balancing this area is going to take a while, but you will be able to freely have this open by loving yourself and others as well as learning forgiveness. You're going to become more attuned to the spirit. You know, you're going to be able to come back from this person hurting you. Like, I think you guys are going to have forgiveness. Again, this is someone that means the world to you. This could very literally be family. For most of you, it could be a spouse. But they are hurting you, but you're going to come back from this according to the cards. It's probably going to come out of the blue. But you've worked and strived towards success in this relationship. But they didn't put in all that work. They didn't even put in a fraction of the work you put in. But they want to take the benefit. Look at your life and see where you can spread spiritual and physical wealth. Is there a person that needs an act of kindness right now? Generosity and gratitude and compassion so that you can continue to prosper. I think you realize that the one that gives gathers. Somebody took from you. And I think you're going to forgive them of some of their debt. You're going to say, okay, I'm going to forgive you of some of your debt because I love you. But you know that I'm right. But I do see some kind of forgiveness of debt for the water signs. Forgiveness of debt. Kind of dissolving debt, just letting it go, 8 of Cups. Just saying, you know what, take it. It's not detrimental to me. If it was detrimental, maybe I couldn't let it go. But it's not. I'm going to let you have it. You did me wrong. I forgive you. I love you unconditionally. I'm going to step away right now for personal boundaries, to protect myself, to go heal from the wounds that you've caused. But I'm sure we can move on from this at some point. Because again, you really love this person. And what is the oracle coming out? We have here the 7 of Swords in the reverse. And this is what somebody did wrong to you, the 7 of Swords. They stole from you, they took from you, they took something that was yours that you worked really hard for. They didn't work hard for it. And I've already said that, but it just kind of reiterates that same message. So the 7 of Swords in the reverse says, someone was told that they were doing something out of self-love, when in actuality, they were doing it out of selfishness. And that's becoming very obvious to everyone. It's not too late for them to change course. They need to make sure their actions are aligning with their ethics. That's what it says. So there is someone in your life that honestly, they thought by all means that they were in the right. They're humbly going to learn they were not. It is what it is. And I know you're going to be able to forgive them. Because you're just that good, water sign. You're just that humble. You know the act of forgiveness is so watery, so flowy, so unnatural to the human body. You're so in tune with spirit. And you know how forgiving spirit is. How spirit forgives you of every evil you've done. And you want to be that person. Yes, you're taking a sabbatical here. You're pulling away. You're getting away from this person because you need to, because they literally stole from you and hurt you and did you dirty. But I know that if this is your child or this is your family, this is your lover, you're going to forgive them once you get some space. Let's see what the fortune cookie wants to say. Stubborn. A chapter is closing in. Turn the page. And the warning here is not to be stubborn. Someone can't be stubborn. We got to bend a little bit here. Somebody's going to have to bend. It is the end of getting away with it. Somebody was skimming off the top or getting away with something, and it's just they can't. This is the end. This is it. We're going to have to move on. Period. Where are you guys headed? All right. Where are you guys headed? Solitude. And then coming together. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. You are going to take a break from this person, but you'll be back, or they're going to be back. Someone's going to be back. Why? Because we have love here. We have a lot of love here. Again, remember, this person thought they were in the right. Have you guys ever done something where you're like dead on with it? You're like, I'm 100% sure this is it. And you like stuck up for it and you were dedicated and you were so sure. You dug your heels in, right? You were a Jack A-double-S. You were just like, yep, this is what it is, man. And then you got humbled and you found out you were dead wrong. Has that ever happened to you? It's happened to me. It's happened to me. I thought I heard something or I knew something and I was like, nope, this is what it is. And then I was confronted with the truth. And I was embarrassed. You know, really caused me to stop doing that and think before I speak. And I feel like that's what's going to happen. Humility takes a lot of strength. It could be you that's wrong. It could be them. I don't know, but whoever's wrong, they'll be humbled. The Solitude card says, I am comfortable in my own skin as I detach to replenish my soul. Meditation is required when you receive the Solitude card as a sign. And I know the water signs are no strangers to meditation. Water signs, empty your mind. Empty your thoughts. Allow stillness to flow through your whole being. This is not an advantageous time to ask questions and push forward in any way. Rather, it's a period for conscious retreat. What's called for now is to take a step back. Take your focus off of what happened and your troubles. You'll be surprised by how things sort themselves out once you've replenished your energy by means of a much-needed rest and time away. So you're headed to be alone right now. The chapter's closing in. That stubborn person was wrong. They will be confronted. The truth is, they do love you. Can you get me some more water? Thank you. All right. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to flick you off. I just tried to do that. Yeah, sorry. Love you.
Aww. Let your friends help you. Ask for and seek support from others. Oh, honey, look at that. Deception. Somebody was wearing a false mask. And you're just like, God dang it. Why did it have to be them? Didn't they know how much I love them? All right. So water signs, we're moving on. You're going to be okay. You guys are going to get another chance to hash things out with this important person. I feel like if it wasn't family or it wasn't someone you loved deeply, you could easily walk away and never look back. But because you love them and you're attached, it hurts. And I think that's the only reason the universe is going to allow this to get patched up. I don't think what this person did was evil or malicious. I don't. I don't think they tried to deliberately rob you or deliberately lie about you or hurt you in some way. I think they thought they were in the right. They thought they were standing up for something good. They thought they were doing a good deed. They thought they were probably doing what was best for everybody, you included, and that was the wrong one. It's embarrassing for them. You know, they're going to be the ones having to pay. They're going to be the ones sorry. They're going to be the ones hurting. They're going to be the ones feeling your absence, you know, but they're not the only ones hurting. You're walking away. You're sad. You're going to miss them. This is a long period of separation. I'm not going to lie. This could be 8 months. This could be 8 long months of not talking to them, not seeing them, nothing, blocking them. You could move away. You could go live somewhere else by water for sure. Like you could totally relocate during this time period. But I just feel like they owe you a debt. They are a soulmate in some way, even if it's family. And I don't know, I just feel like you guys are going to get past this. This is a mental conflict, being angry, being hurt, and moving away. But look at that 8-8, that self symbol, that infinity energy, the accelerated motion, 8 of Wands. You are feeling nudged and pulled to just leave and go in this direction, to claim some personal boundaries, to protect yourself, to put your walls up, your barriers, to trust your instincts, to look at things more psychically, more intuitive, to not just believe people anymore, but to trust yourself more. This has been a long, hard fight. You weren't sure what to do. You were stressed. This person put you in a jail cell of the mind. This person put you in a bad place mentally. They really hurt you mentally and emotionally. And you have no choice but to let this tower fall and destroy how this relationship was built and to have a death of it. So, yeah, the cards are just telling a story here. And you finally are getting control back in your life. So anyways, I'm going to leave that alone there, water signs. Let your friends help you. Get some support. It's not easy to be deceived by someone you love, that they're not who you thought they were. They're not being honest. You're going to have a heart-to-heart conversation eventually down the road. I think it's 8 months down the road, but for right now, you are just headed for some good, quiet, alone times, completely away from them for good reason. Okay, you have to protect yourself. If they could tell you one thing, what would they tell you? Let's just try to get a message. I feel like they're like, wait a minute, can I say something before my partner goes? Can I say something before they leave? I want to say something from their heart of hearts. What does this person want to say before the water signs leave? Show me what this person wants to say. This connection has definitely been divinely guided. So they know you were sent in their life for a reason. Okay, this is not an accident. You guys were meant to know each other. Next, the fact that you even give me the time of day blows my mind. They don't feel very deserving of you. They don't know why you loved them the way you did. You trusted them the way you did. They don't have a lot of faith in themselves. They don't like themselves very much. They have a very low self-worth. And you, water signs, were sent into their life to show them unconditional love, that even when somebody F's up royally, you can still love them if they're honest and they own up to their mistakes. And I do believe they will. Let's get a little love message. Oh, look at that, the dove, and it brings the olive branch. Peace, forgiveness will come. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. There's a reason you got robbed. There's a reason you got hurt. There's a reason bad things happened in this relationship, and soon you will know why. But it all had divine purpose, and just have faith and peace in that. All right, well, I'm going to let you guys go, water signs. That is the conclusion for your reading. This concludes the elemental reading. So please follow the elements based on your zodiac sign. They're listed below, but I will timestamp them from fire all the way to water, the 4 elements. And you can just listen to whatever reading you feel called to based on your zodiacs, sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, okay? Even Mars for some of you, but you know how it goes. Thank you for watching me. I appreciate you. May this reading bring you some peace. Eat me, thank you for being here in the chat. Marie, thank you for being here. Shamika Jackson, Erica, Dahl, Francesca, thank you guys for being here. Long time no see to some of you guys. I love you all, and have a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Don't forget, tomorrow's the free readings. So if you guys want a free one, show up in the morning. I'm going to give away 6 free readings tomorrow. Okay? I love you guys. Good night.